Today I'm going to be watching some footage from this year's Australian federal election campaign and its bizarre and chaotic moments. Yeah, you can tell me if you've seen any of these, if there's any other mad moments from this election campaign. Tell me about them as well, but yeah, let's watch.
Thursday and Pauline Hanson whipped out the tongs.
You used to have a fish and chip shop. I'm sure you go okay with barbecues.
Oh, no problem, mate. I've got my barbie, I've got my real big one, I've got everything that's happening there.
I'm imagining we do this, we're going to get some fat spitting in our faces.
I've had more than fat spat in my face.
Well, I guess that explains the burqa.
Well, did she go to Parliament dressed in a burqa or something like that? Tell me more about that, man. But is she a politician? I've never seen her before, but to say something like that on TV is quite out there. That's mad.
Staying on politics, a national senator and sports grant spreadsheet enthusiast Bridget McKenzie came out firing, saying re-electing Anthony Albanese is exactly what our enemies want.
The Defence Minister of Russia and the Chinese leader both have made very public comments that they do not want to see Peter Dutton as the Prime Minister of our country. I'm just stating the facts.
Just stating the facts. The sky's blue, water's wet, the commies hate Dutton and shepherd avocados are shit. Just facts. But was it a fact? No.
Bridget McKenzie has admitted she was wrong.
You also went off half-cocked. Are you sorry?
I've said I made a comment that was wrong. I've admitted that.
Turns out she heard it from a Russian who heard it from a slightly smaller Russian
Yeah.
who got it from an even smaller Russian. But despite being caught out verbaling both the Russians and the Chinese, Bridget McKenzie remained 100% committed to making things as weird as possible.
Well, I think it's pretty clear from President Xi's public commentary that he finds Albo a very handsome boy.
Come on. Come on. I would hardly describe Albo as a very handsome boy. Well, hello, dear leader. To Easter Sunday.
What is this show, the ABC iView? I like it, man. I've not really seen this sort of political satire or more recent one of it. So I quite like this. This is like my type of show. Kind of reminds me of like John Oliver or something like that. Really, really cool. Tell me if you watch this, if there's any other good moments from this show as well.
Easter Sunday, and while most of the country was gorging itself on chocolate eggs and hot cross buns, Bob Catter, Il Papa di Crocodilio, blessed Instagram with a message of unity for all to enjoy.
Jesus was crucified, Jesus died so that we might live. That's what Easter is about.
A lovely, succinct Easter message. The Sermon on Mount Isa is what I would have said if Bob stopped there, which he did not.
He went into the temple and bashed the living daylights out of the bankers and money changers and people that were making money out of religious beliefs.
The Gospel of Matthew taking quite a violent turn there. But strap on your sandals because Father Bob was just getting warmed up.
Now, hey, it's Easter time. Guess who's making all the money? Woolworths and Coles. At Christmas time, Woolworths and Coles. We had a beautiful little pop-out, a nativity scene of Jesus, Mary and Joseph in the stable, and we gave it out to all the supermarkets in cans, and all the independents all put it up, and Woolworths and Coles refused to put it up. So I'll tell you what happened to the money changers in the temple. They burnt in hell. And there's a message for the likes of Woolworths and Coles.
Whoa. Who is he, man? Tell me more about him.
And that message, don't let this man on the premises. And that, boys and girls, is why Coles and Woolies are closed on Good Friday. To Tuesday, and
This is so good, man. This is a great insight into like Australian politics. I like watching shows like this from like a lot of different countries. Actually, like good way to learn about the political situation in different places. Very sharp, obviously very topical as well. Yeah, tell me if you watch it.
to Tuesday, and the heated contest for the seat of Kooyong, where a local surgeon took matters into his own hands.
A surgeon is under investigation for pulling down a Monique Ryan core flute in a video, then telling viewers how to bury the body.
Professor Greg Mallam specialises in spinal surgery, but in this video he was focused on burying bodies.
Always remember, guys, good technique. And then dispose of the evidence. Always remember, boys, bury the body under concrete.
And always remember, boys, have someone film you disposing of the evidence in front of your own number plate, thus creating more evidence. It's not the first time in this election that the kidnapping of Kooyong core flutes has courted controversy, with prominent Teal supporters also getting involved.
What's taking the sign down?
What are you doing that for?
Because it's on public land.
Who are you?
I'm not saying who I am.
He's Peter Jordan, the husband of Teal Independent and member for Kooyong, Monique Ryan.
The couple has since apologised for the gaffe, labelling it a mistake.
Oh, to have been a fly on the wall at the Ryan household that night. Oh, come on, honey. 1 minute you say I'm not doing enough to help the campaign, and then when I finally do something, suddenly I'm the bad guy. It was bullshit. Hey, if you need me, I'll be in Sorrento.
See, man, I mean, things like this, like, because you see these sort of things a lot in different countries, like supporters of a political party, like destroying the property of another or whatever, like, and yeah, okay, it's a bit mad, but yeah, whatever, some people take it a bit too seriously, but to be the partner of, like, an official, that is just, like, what goes through your mind to even do that? Like, you don't think about the consequences of potentially being caught, man, like, just mental.
Now, Kooyong is exactly the kind of seat the coalition needs to win back from the Teals. It's a leafy, historically Liberal seat. While I'm not saying it's wealthy, its median house price is contact agent. The Libs' great hope is Amelia Hamer. She's young, smart, and in an election where housing affordability is a big issue, she just gets it.
I know my rent's gone up significantly. I'm a renter.
I live in a one-bed apartment. I'm looking around my flat and going, well, I don't actually know where the kids would go.
Amelia Hamer is so poor she may be forced to raise her children in a shanty made from her own core flutes. Or at least that's what she led us to believe.
The Liberal candidate for Kooyong has been accused of deceiving voters after admitting she's actually a landlord.
I think the reality is people acknowledge you can be both. You can be renting and you can also own a property.
Amelia Hamer, a 31-year-old former banker and political staffer, has admitted she owns a flat in London worth more than $1 million and an apartment in Canberra.
Wow, she owns an apartment in one of the most bustling cosmopolitan cities in the world, and also in London.
Yeah. Why do politicians always do that, man? They always lie about things. I guess it's obviously to be more relatable, but surely they know at some point that, like, all eyes are on them. They're going to get found out, man. Are they always just that naive to think about that? Like, at least, like, own it through a company or do something that's going to not get caught for it. But, like, this is who can you trust? What politicians can you actually trust, man? Like, did they say she's liberal as well? Like, just like going in there trying to appeal to, like, the working class or the people who are struggling, but actually she's like an ex-banker with like $1 million property in London. That's actually sickening, man. So annoying. And I'm not even, like, Australian, but
Political hacks may say that this could sink her campaign, but if you're so wealthy you forgot you own 2 investment properties, I say you might just be the perfect person to represent Kooyong.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't really know about Kooyong, but I get a good idea from it, about it from this. That's my type of show, man. I need to check out more of this. How have I not seen this before? Awesome stuff. Like, it's like, again, my type of show. I love things about politics that look at it satirically or comedically. This is brilliant, man. Good. I like the presenter, his manner, his jokes and so on, but just like, I love things when it's just like exposing, like, politicians and that, just for stuff that people wouldn't really know about without shows like this and social media and stuff like that, I guess. But tell me what you think about this one, and yeah, have you watched this before? Thanks.